Hi everyone, Cendril here. Welcome back to Octopath Traveler with the last of Chapter 3, Cyrus's. You make your way to Stoneguard after learning that the original copy of the tomb you seek might be there. But you can't help but feel that someone's been watching you. Story so far. In Quarry Crest, Cyrus used his powers of deduction to get to the bottom of a series of kidnappings, perpetuated by the depraved scholar Gideon, who was harvesting the villagers' blood for his dark research. It was Gideon's sickening laboratory that Cyrus discovered it. A translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Though the history of the dark arts intrigued him, he could not sit idly by while his peers used knowledge for evil. And so Cyrus came to Stoneguard, where the tomb was bound. Would he find answers here, or only more dreadful questions? Stoneguard at last. A sprawling city, if I ever saw one. Talk about searching for a needle in a haystack.
Now then.
First, I should review where we stand. Like as not, the translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell was produced by a bookmaker in this town. But where to begin my search? Logically speaking, it would make the most sense to begin at the source. Which means head straight for the bindery, of course. Where else?
Very well.
Let the investigation begin. You're right, Cyrus. That outfit kind of looks familiar. Scrutinize people at the bindery for information on the book.
Take care.
Take care, scholar. You know, I feel it now too. The unmistakable sense of being watched. For my part, the feeling was faint at first, and came and went, but it grows stronger with every step we take. Undoubtedly, your instincts are sharper than mine. How did you acquire them, I wonder? I cannot say. It is something I learned on the battlefield. By what means, I do not rightly know. Oh, I was hoping there was some easy trick to it. It is easy enough, if you're willing to fight as many battles as I have. I think easy here means something different to you and me. Fair enough. Even a scholar such as yourself cannot know everything there is to know of this world. Oh, it's totally easy. Just fight as many battles as the unbending blade of Hornburg. Yeah, I'll get right on that. Oh well. Even the fantastic scholar can't know everything. I sold a book of my making to Dominic, a translator. His home lies on the east side of town. Okay? Well now, would seem I owe this Dominic fellow a visit. I should be able to find him in the workshop just east of here.
Excuse me.
Beg pardon, is this the residence of...
My apologies.
I don't know who you are, but I'm not in the mood for company.
A moment of your time.
You can just spare a moment, kind sir. There's something I'd like to
Begone
ask you.
with you.
I said I wish to see no one. Leave me alone. He seems like a stubborn one. I'll have to find another way. Pray forgive the intrusion. A good day to you, sir. It might behoove me to find out a bit more about our friend Dominic. Now let's take that route. That Dominic went and shut himself off from the world only after his daughter succumbed to sickness 15 years ago. Closed himself off to the world since losing his dear daughter. Dominic had a translation commission he thought would earn him a fortune. Still rused the day he said yes to it, poor lad. Harbors deep regrets having taken on this job for money. It's like, what have I done? What did I just translate? Sold some medicine to Dominic about 15 years ago, I think? Was in a spot of bother, as I recall, financially speaking, so I gave him a discount.
Very well.
15 years ago, he lacked the pay for the medicine his child so desperately needed. And that should do it. I dare say Dominic will be more talkative this time. So he took the... His daughter was sick and needed medicine. And he took the job to translate from the far reaches of hell. And regrets doing that. Got the medicine, but it didn't save his daughter anyway. Something to that sort.
Excuse me.
Beg pardon, Master Dominic. I am Cyrus, the scholar who called upon you earlier. You again? I already told you. I do not want to see you. 15 years ago, who did Dominic lose to sickness? His daughter. What task did Dominic take on to pay his debt? Translating a book.
But of course.
Yes, if my reasoning is correct, this is undoubtedly why Dominic has cut off all contact with the outside world. I do not mean to open old wounds, friend. But I have heard that you lost your dear daughter to illness some 15 years ago.
Thusly.
Since then, you secluded yourself and cut off all contact with the outside world. In order to procure the elixirs that might save your daughter, you needed coin, quickly, and in large quantities. And so you accepted an unusual task.
Yes.
To writ, producing a translation of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Who told you this?
Now then.
The book that you translated is now in my possession. Clearly, you are a scholar of great knowledge and wisdom. You took care to omit the most horrific passages, doubtless because you recognized the danger they posed. And as an academic, I will not stand idly by as the knowledge is used for the purpose of evil. And so I ask you, who commissioned this translation from you? Come inside.
Many thanks.
Thank you, friend.
Listen.
But where should I even begin? I like when Cyrus puts it all together. You know, it's just like everything else goes black, and then he gets the light, and it goes through his mind. Kind of like you would see in a detective show or something like that. I really like it. I think it fits him very well. I think it's really cool.
In truth,
I like it when like characters get that like aha moment. And it's always neat to me. I always feel really good when it happens to me too, when I kind of put it all together. You know, whether it's a puzzle we're doing on an RPG or a strategy to get through a tough fight in a game. Just when it clicks, it's really neat. 15 years ago, a man came here to me with a request he said was of dire import. Strangely, I cannot recall his name. He was a scholar, and from his words one could tell his mind was as sharp as a blade. What I remember more than anything were his eyes, which burned blood red with a zeal for knowledge that bordered on obsession.
What in the...
Red eyes? Could it be? No. Perish the thought.
after that,
They say in recent years, he accepted a prestigious position at the Royal Academy in Atlasdam.
It couldn't be.
Good gods. Headmaster Yevon? Yevon?
Yes.
Yevon? Sorry,
Ah,
got
yes.
into my Final Fantasy there. Ah, yes, coming back to me now. Yevon was his name. Oh boy. Whew. Actually, I'm kind of okay with this. I wanted to smack him upside the head anyways. This will be great.
in truth,
He came to me, a mighty and venerable tome in hand. That tome was from the far reaches of hell. I did not have to think twice.
Is that so?
Knowing full well the danger possessed by the forbidden knowledge within?
yes.
Yes, I was not blind to the risk. And yet, what choice did I have? The medicines my daughter required cost a veritable fortune, and I am but a humble scholar. So you followed Yavon's instructions to the letter?
Yes.
Yes, I translated that dreadful tome. All the while fearing for my life what horrors might come to pass if the knowledge fell into the wrong hands. In the end, even the rarest of elixirs could not save my poor girl. Looking back, I believe this was divine punishment for my sins. Headmaster Yavon, whatever was the man thinking? You say the book is in your possession. I beg of you, promise me.
Leave it to me.
I will see that it's never again used to bring pain and suffering. You have my word. The pain and guilt you bear is surely beyond my understanding, but I hope this will bring you even a small measure of solace. Rest your heart easy, friend, as best you can.
You have my thanks.
Cyrus, was it? You have my thanks.
Come now.
Well, are you going to keep hiding in the shadows, or shall we end this charade? Well done, scholar. Like, oh, what? Been caught? So, you were wise to my presence.
Just so.
I knew I was being followed, yes. Ah ha ha! Fancy meeting you outside the academy. You're the headmaster's assistant, Miss
Call me Lucia.
Lucia.
Greetings.
A pleasure. And why have you followed me here, Miss Lucia?
I apologize.
Forgive me, Professor Albright. I meant no offense. I'm not sure about that. I overheard you were investigating the whereabouts of a certain tome. Tome by the name of from the far reaches of hell. Is this correct? And what if it is?
In truth,
What I'm about to say, I ask that you keep in the utmost confidence. I have reason to believe Headmaster Yavan is plotting something unsavory involving the selfsame tomb.
Why, I'll
So
be...
the thief who stole the book from the archives was
yes.
the headmaster himself. Of this I am all but certain. I'm all but certain too. The headmaster's assistant I may be, but first and foremost I am a scholar in my own right. I will not stand to see my profession's good name sullied by one who would use this knowledge in the name of evil. This is why.
Indeed.
You came here seeking my aid.
Correct.
Yes, my intuition as an academic tells me you are a man to be trusted. As you may be aware, the headmaster hails from Stoneguard himself.
Yes.
I was planning to investigate that very matter after I was done here. The house in which he was born still stands. Yet there are ominous rumors about the place. I have ascertained its location, but I am hesitant to investigate further on my own. And so I ask, Professor Albright, pray, lend me your aid.
I see.
I see. Before I promise anything, I would see the house with my own eyes.
Correct.
I understand completely. You'll find it on the north side of town. Alright.
Shall we begin?
Very well. Let us pay it a visit straight away. As for whether or not I can cooperate, I'll give you my answer there. Is that acceptable?
Thank you.
But of course. Thank you, Professor. I will go on ahead and meet you there. Okay. Make for Yavan's birthplace. Alright, everybody's good to go. Sure. Very intrigued by all this. Let's go a little bit further. Have anything for you?
Well met.
This dynasty. So solving. I don't have whatever item you want. I have not been able to complete side quests lately. Wonder if anyone can make heads or tails
Sorry.
of that. Okay. Nothing yet. I don't have the right items from certain NPCs, or I haven't brought the right NPC to them. Side quests are very difficult. Sometimes you have to bring somebody from across the map to this side of the map. This is where Headmaster Yavan was born and raised. Even? Who knows? According to the neighbors, it has lain abandoned for some 20 years now.
Is that so?
Ominous indeed. Well, shall we let ourselves in? Darn it. What the? I was afraid of that.
Oh! Where?
What?
What is this place?
Sorry, actually.
Ah, Professor Albright.
I apologize for this little ruse.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere. So, we meet again, Headmaster Yvonne.
Yvonne.
When I heard you were looking into from the far reaches of hell, I knew your search would lead you here. And sure enough, you didn't disappoint me. Your mind is every bit as sharp as I thought it was.
You sent Lucia to keep an eye on me.
What a shame, my dear boy. A thirst for knowledge like yours would be such a terrible thing to waste.
It would be, so you can just let me out of here.
So, what do you say? Apprentice yourself to me, and I will overlook your little trespasses.
How kind of you. I refuse.
So blunt. That's awesome. How kind of you. I refuse.
I am, shall we say, philosophically opposed to your stance on knowledge.
Correct. This is true.
I believe that knowledge should be shared, not hoarded for one's personal gain.
I thought you'd say as much. Most unfortunate, Cyrus. Most unfortunate. As you know, this is my house, and I don't get many callers these days. A smart man like you knows what this means, yes?
No chance
When
for
you
help.
starve to death here, no one will be the wiser.
If you think I'll give up without a fight, you don't know me nearly well enough.
What have we here?
Climbing my way out doesn't seem to be an option.
Now then!
Now, how to get myself out of this predicament? Find a way out. Alright. Investigate further. I may have to wait, but I'm gonna at least look around once. Don't see anything. Let's wait.
Professor?
Professor Albright? That voice. Could it
Are
be?
you okay?
Hold on, Professor. I'll lower a rope. There you go. Climb on up. Hey, it's the Reese. Way to come to the rescue. Oh, Professor, I'm so glad you're safe. The Reese, you come all the way from Atlasdam? But why?
Actually,
I knew you were in danger. And so I came to warn you. That's quite enough, young lady. Ah! It's quite enough, young lady.
Therese!
I knew Cyrus would come, but you have pluck for a girl your age.
You think you can get away with this?
Let her go at once. It is clear hostage negotiation never factored into your scholarly pursuits. Mark my words, Cyrus. Stop meddling in my research, or the girl's life is forfeit. I'll use dark. Wait! Make for the cellars. Not that way, though. I'm sure we'll run into enemies here. Yvonne's cellar. Danger level 40. Yep. Or there's enemies up here. We can check the top for treasure. Maybe. Oh, yep, there are enemies. Oh, I'm sure I'm glad Therese decided to investigate. We delight. Oh, we press our phone. Researcher 3, Researcher 2, Researcher 2. I don't like the researcher.
What is the logical course of action?
I'm sorry, let's just say I'm theoretically opposed.
The lion dance.
I am ready.
And goodbye. Oh, I didn't die. There we go.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Primrose levels up. Ooh, Oberyn, so close. Oh, there we go. There's a treasure. Inspiriting Plum. Not much for treasure, but I'll take it. It's free. And at least a medium at this point. You know you're going to be in Chapter 3. You're here. Danger level 40. Alright. Here's our save point, and also the end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. Let's catch up to the Headmaster, and hopefully we can save Therese. Until the next episode, I'm Cendril 9. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.